What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent. Today I'm going to be building around Scarf Gengar for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. I'm mainly doing this builder because I haven't used the Gengar since the Dynamax meta, and I definitely want to cover it again. The reason I like Scarf so much is because, first of all, its speed tier is really good for a Scarfer at 110, but more importantly, if you don't need the speed tier, you can also just trick the Scarf away, and then cripple a wall and switch up your moves, and these three coverage moves in combination do very well. Now, there are a few Pokemon that these three coverage moves will struggle with. Because we don't have Thunderbolt, both Mandibuzz and Corviknight give this Pokemon a really hard time, so I'm actually going to run an RNG mon, which is Dracozolt. I said about a month ago I would never run this mon again, but I kind of want to try it out with Hustle and just test our luck. It can be a lot of fun and obviously a bit frustrating, but we'll give it a try. If I don't like using it after the first two games, I might just change it to Zero Aura. But we'll give it a try right here. Let's go Bolt, Beak, Fire, Fang, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. Like, it really depends on how horrible the RNG is. If I miss like 5 attacks in a row, this is definitely getting replaced, but maybe we can get some luck today. So, Choice Band Hustle and then Choice Scarf Gengar. Those are both of our choice users, basically. I probably want to add a physical attacker that doesn't miss attacks at some point, but we'll focus on that later. Right now, I do notice that I have two Pokemon that are weak to ground, which I don't like. Actually, you know what Pokemon solves all my problems right here? And I hate to run it so much, but Body Press Corviknight would deal with the Drill, as well as Specs Kyurem, which are both really big problems right now. Yeah, I'll just add that to the team this early. We'll go Body Press, U-Turn, Defog, Roost, with the leftovers, and then we'll make it mixed defense to help out against the Drill. 488 in defense ensures that we can 2-hit KO Drill with the Body Press, and then 208 in Spadef. So yeah, this is able to check Kyurem too. We can take 2 of the Ice Beams, unless it's a modest Kyurem, which is really scary. But if it's modest, then they miss out on speed tier against stuff like Jolly Drill. So I don't really see modest a lot. I definitely want to add that physical attacker next. I think really any physical attacker could work. Conk would be fun. Jirachi. I feel like Jirachi isn't strong enough. Mimikyu could form a Ghost Spam Core, but I don't know if I like the speed tier on Mimikyu. Like, I would have to run Adamant. I would love a Jolly Pokemon. Like, something above 100, ideally. I guess just mainly something that can outspeed Drill if Corviknight gets flinched down and I can get rid of Sand. What does that for me, though? I could go Jolly Obstagoon. It's not the worst plan. And then I could run, like, Close Combat to weaken Pharaoh for Dracozolt and Gengar. Actually, yeah, let's do that. And we'll run Guts with the Flame Orb, and I guess it's between Bulk Up and Obstruct, right? I definitely like Obstruct to get the Flame Orb activated guaranteed. However, I do have U-Turn support, so maybe it's not the worst idea to run Bulk Up. We'll leave the slot blank for now, and depending on what I add, I'll decide on that move slot. But I'm definitely running these 3 moves, and then it'll either be Obstruct or Bulk Up on that last slot. And then we'll go Jolly. We do miss out on a bit of power because of the lack of an Adamant Nature, but I think having the ability to speed tie Kyurem and outspeed modest Kyurem, if that is able to 2-hit KO my Corviknight, is really good here. So now let's see what I need. I would definitely love rocks. So what rocker do I want? I don't think I need to double up on steals here. Like, Corviknight basically checks everything I would want a steel type for, like Drill. I know it sounds weird, steel types checking Drill, but Corviknight's as good as it gets when it comes to that. I don't think we need another Pokemon for that. You know what Pokemon I would lose to? Dracovish. So, do I add the 1 counter to Dracovish in the tier to my team? I mean, I haven't ran Toad in a really long time, so I guess we'll do it. I've actually been running Knockoff Toad on all of them recently, and I definitely think Knockoff is the better way to go. Just to knock off lefties and random Choice Scarfs that can deal with the Gengar. So let's go ahead and run Scald, and then of course I'll make this the Stealth Rocker. Also gives me an actual matchup against Rain, which I previously didn't have, so that's really good. I definitely agree that every team in this metagame, if you want matchup against Rain, basically needs Toad or Pharaoh, like one of the two. Those are basically as good as Rain checks to get at this point. I feel like I'm probably missing a mon, but I don't think I am. I don't think we need the attack, despite the fact that we have knockoff. And looking at the team, I think I go Obstruct because we still only have one U-turn. I don't think this last Mon is going to provide me momentum. So let's go Obstruct right here and figure out what this last Mon is going to be. I definitely think a Fairy wouldn't be bad. Actually, the team gets 6-0'd by Hydreigon. Like, straight up. A Timid Nasty Plot Hydreigon wrecks this team. Okay, what can beat that? Togekiss wouldn't be bad. Togekiss would also give me a better check to Dragapult. Like, we have good switch-ins to Dragapult to scout their coverage, but Corviknight doesn't appreciate Specs Fire move. Obstagoon gets dropped by Spexy Draco. Whereas if I run this Togekiss with, like, 136 Spadaf, I can take on Dragapult no matter what. I don't think I take +2 Life Orb Flash Cannon from Hydreigon, but at least I can use this to scout the coverage, and then depending on whether they have Flash Cannon, I can go Corviknight, because, you know, obviously if they have Flash Cannon, they generally won't have Flamethrower. Anyway, the speed tier I like to run is 250 for Adamant Dracovish, and in order to reach that speed tier, we need 156 special attack, and then this speed. We'll go Modest and run Heavy Duty Boots, not Heat Rock. There we go. Serene Grace, and then I think we'll just go Nasty Plot 3 attacks. Roost could be nice, but I feel as though being able to pivot into Dragapult once should be enough, considering we have 2 other pretty solid pivots as well. Then we'll go Air Slash. Like, I don't see myself losing to that scenario. Dazzling Gleam and Flamethrower. Like, Dazzle could be really good against Mandibuzz for Gengar, so let's go ahead and have that on this thing, and I believe that will be the completed team, so let's get started. So I have a game right now. I don't think I've seen a single player use the Drazna profile picture until now. I definitely think that I want to keep Toad healthy for Cinderace, but getting an early knockoff could be very good as well. I think I can endgame with Togekiss or Gengar, but those are both really good. I think Togekiss is better for sure. So what we're going to do is lead. Yeah, I'm going to use Toad early. If they're Life Orb Cleft, this could be bad, but I'm going to risk it here. As they lead Cinderace. Okay. So we're going to throw off knockoff. They should U-turn. Yeah, and we're able to get them here, so I'm happy about this. If they were Life Orb Clef, I could have... Actually, we can find out right here. As it was Life Orb Clef. Okay, good information. So if they let off with that, I probably would have been in a much tougher spot, but I risked it, so here we are. I don't want to take a Moonblast. I'm just trying to debate whether I need Corviknight for anything, and I really don't see a reason to keep it. I do see a reason to not let them Calm Mind sweep me, though, so let's actually U-turn. Life Orb Calm Mind is really interesting. So I can get this in and try to play mind games with them. I think I should just Dragon Claw. They shouldn't stay in. I guess it doesn't matter because I would have missed the Bolt Beak either way. I think Golurk was the correct play though. That's what's so confusing. And now they get in the Golurk. So I think this is going to try to get up rocks then. I guess if they get up rocks, I'll just do that as well. They could Fire Punch. They have Heavy Slam. That's a really weird option. Out comes Clef. I don't want to let the Cinderace click Court Change ever. No, I will make the Corviknight play either way. He goes for Thunderbolt, but it does 0%. And then I'll hit him with the U-turn here. I'm really surprised you just left in Corviknight, but I could risk Dracozolt. I don't think it's smart. I think Togekiss is actually the better option. As they Thunderbolt. Like, I'm sure I'm taking Chip right here, but I just want to start getting my damage in. If you go Cinderace, can I live Parabol? I think I can. I would live Parabol most of the time. I'm just going to assume I do and go for a Nasty Plot. This shouldn't be able to kill me even with Life Orb Flash Cannon. I have a ton of investment. Yep, Life Orb Flash Cannon does 66 max. They opt to U-turn. So if they let me hit Cinderace right here, that's great. I think they're going Corviknight. This guy's really high on the ladder, by the way. 1866. It's actually going to be Vaporeon as the pivot. I Air Slash just in case they wanted to go Cinderace there. No, the thing is, this is also... Oh, they're banded, never mind. So, I get in Toad. I think I probably could have found out they were banded just based off turn 1. I didn't actually bother running that calc, which could have been a mistake. Anyway. What did they click? Moonblast that time? Yeah. The thing that's really frustrating about this mon is, like, I'm getting fast U-turns and risking other Pokemon, which I don't like. So, let's assume they have a recovery move on that last slot. I don't really have a safe pivot. Like, Gengar is probably the safest pivot I have, and I don't want to use that, so... Yeah, because they're going to double Moonblast trying to catch something, and I don't want them to catch something here. So, what I want to do is ideally get in... Who's okay to risk? I guess that's the question, right? I really like the Goon. I don't want to risk the Goon. I like Gengar. I think I'm just going to go Togekiss again. As they Thunderbolt. That's okay. And then we're just gonna throw off Air Slash. I am able to get a flinch there. So then they hard pivot in Corviknight. This hasn't technically shown Iron Head, but just in case they U-turn here, I want to Flamethrower it for damage. As it did have Iron Head, so I'm glad I made the play that I did. And then we'll get this in, and Fire Fang is a good mid-ground. Covers both Golurk and this. It will 2-hit KO, I just need to hit twice, which I'm not going to do. What do you guys think? Do I risk this? I already missed once. It's 76% accurate, though. That's so bad. So I did miss, so I'm glad that I didn't die. They switched out. I think I probably went with the Goon. Anyway, we'll go Corviknight. I want the Cinderace to continue taking a Hazard Chip too. That's another big reason why I'm making these maneuvers. So that's still not in Blaze range, which is important. I'll hit him with the Scald. I think I kill Clefable in 2 hits, and this I should outspeed this. Yeah, so we're able to get rid of that. And I got lefties, so that's good against Cinderace Pirate Ball. I don't know, like Dracozolt hasn't been coming through, obviously, but I think I win without it. Honestly, let's just go hard into the Goon. And throw off his Sod. Like, this is the least of my worries. I'll click knockoff here. I'll be able to pick that Pokemon off, and out comes the Cinderace, right? So I think the play is not sack Toad. Gengar is still good for sure. I think I actually use Corviknight. Yep, I sack Corviknight, then get in Dracozolt, right? No, actually, I get in Gengar and Sludge Wave. Because we know he's banded, I don't have a risk of Sucker Punch right here, so... I can lock Sludge Wave safely, and it will 2-hit KO Hydreigon if he tries to pivot that in, so... What he's gonna do, yeah, sack Clef, then go Hydreigon, but that should be fine. Because, let's say that... I sack Toad here, and then I get in the Goon. I think that's a guaranteed W, because he locks Dark Pulse, which... I guess could still win with flinches. That's always something I didn't consider. But, I don't think... You would have to get 3 flinches in a row right here, which would be pretty unfortunate. Maybe 2? 2 might be enough. Okay, but we kill him, and then there's not a move he can click. Because if he locks Pyro Ball, Gengar wins. If he locks Sucker Punch, then Dracozolt wins. As the Goon just ate the Sucker Punch, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get another game. So the next game right here is going to be up against Sticky Webs, which... This is weird. Like, I like Gengar as a lead, but if he Stun Spores me with the Ribombi, it's a lot worse, so... I don't want to risk that right away. I think the best thing to do is lead either Togekiss, but even that getting Stun Sport isn't very good here. Or I lead Corviknight, but I don't have an attack to actually hit that Ribombi with, which is the big issue with that. And I need Toad. Yeah, there isn't really a good lead. Like, I guess I used Togekiss early, but if he leads Drill, it's also bad. Okay, I'll just use Toad. Yeah, I didn't want to do this because, like, I'm going to be really weak to Dracovish if this gets out of hand. But let's hit it with Scald. Like, I think Togekiss keeping the health is a lot better here anyway, so... I think what we're going to try to do is get rid of this, then hope we can Nasty Plot sweep him. I don't know, do you guys think you would be Jolly Drill on Sand? I feel like that's, I mean, on Webs, that would be really strange. I definitely think Adamant is better if you have this sort of speed control on your team. Maybe that's just my take though, so he does go for the Webs. I don't think I 2-hit KO, yeah. Which is the real big issue here, because I'm going to go Corviknight. I want to keep this at full. And then I think what we're going to do is click U-turn. He might click Stun Spore, or he might just go hard Aegislash. He does opt for the Stun Spore. I want to bait him into Stun Sporing again, so let's go back to Corviknight. If he doubles to Komodo, I need to, like, not U-turn. U-turn isn't worth it. I would have to hard switch out. So he's going to U-turn and try to set up with someone. He actually goes to the fish. What's your plan here? Like, are you going to double to Hydreigon? We both know I have Toad. Like, I don't think I can risk the Defogger. He does double to Hydreigon. So now I could go back to Corviknight and try to Defog in front of this, but if it is a nasty plot, I'm going to lose, so... Yeah, we're going to knock it off. As we get rid of the Life Orb, that should allow Togekiss to live a +2 hit. Actually, I might have to hit a Scald. I mean, a Focus Blast to beat this thing. I'll just give him that, like... That's okay. And then they'll go Togekiss here and try to break him. We do catch Drill and burn it. I think it's a very high likelihood he's going to double into Dracovish, so I'm going to Dazzle. Okay, now I need to Defog, like, as soon as possible. This is getting really out of hand. Like, I think if I Defog, I win. Just immediately, basically. But that's going to be really hard to pull off. Now, the thing is, who does he bring out here to stop me, right? We still have Scarf Gengar for that Hydreigon, which is... What? He crit me. Great. Well, anyway, I'm going to try to Defog then. As he DDs. I do get my Defog, but don't I just lose because he did that? He just DDs again. Yeah, dude, that's so dumb. Are we serious? That's actually how I'm going to lose. Whatever. Can I somehow beat this? I guess it depends on what moves he has. I literally Dazzle right there, kill this thing, and then I still have the Gengar to check the Hydreigon. I can beat Aegislash using the Obstagoon, and I have speed control for the Dracovish. Like, I just needed to not get swept by this, and here we are. So now what I literally have to do is switch back and forth just to stall close combats, and I will every time. I don't think he's going to switch up his moves. I think he's going to attack what's in front of him every single time. And the moment he catches me, it's over. And I get full parried, great. I could see Iron Head coming out one of the turns. But yeah, I'm just going to lose because he decided to crit my Togekiss. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. I don't really want to tilt because of a game that didn't go my way, so I guess we'll try again right here. I definitely think that Dracozolt clicking various attacks is good, but I need to predict with it every time, which is the hard part. I guess Fire Fang is the best thing, but he does have the Toad. I kind of win with Togekiss if I can get rid of the Zeraora. But I think as lead, we're going to go Toad. And just knock off into the U-turn on Hatterene. Because getting rid of those Leftovers or Assault Vest, no matter what it is going to be useful. And if he goes Venusaur, that's really good for Dracozolt, so I'll take that as well. My team is not very good against Zeraora, but... I don't know, maybe he's Bulk Up and not Grass Knot, so he's going to go Hat, right? That's why I clicked Knockoff instead of Stealth Rocks. Why? Does this have, like, Grass Knot or something? It's Helmet. I could see him doubling the hat here. Is there a play that covers both options? No, there isn't. But I really don't want to stay in. So he's gonna try to Toxic me. I'm just going to Body Press and see what his initial response here is. I do value damage on Toad, so like this isn't bad if he stays in. I just hope I don't get burned. So he's gonna Scald, don't burn me, of course. And now he's just gonna get up rocks. As he doesn't get up rocks, okay. The fact that it's Toxic is such a problem though. I think the Goon probably does 72. But if he's Helmet on Corviknight as well... Okay, he stays in. I don't kill, that's really bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We do get the KO on Toad, but... Okay, now the question is, do I sack this just to get this thing knocked? I think it could help out Togekiss a lot. As well as Gengar. Yeah, I think that is actually worth it here. Let's just think. I'm already in range of like everything. I think I'm just gonna knock off. Like he probably has Draining Kiss on the hat anyway, as it was Helmet Body Press. Okay. And I guess here's where I get this in and just start spamming Fire Fang, right? Like it gets kills, but I need to hit it, and it's 76% accurate, which is such a yikes. I'm clicking it in case he goes Venusaur too, which he is going to try. And we didn't. Does he just have Helmet on all his mons? Anyway, we somehow hit twice. I never thought I would see the day where I hit 2 moves with Hustle Dracozolt in a row. So it's looking good. Out comes Zero. I don't think I want to sack Toad just yet. Corviknight's the expendable one. I don't think he has... Well, he could have Grass Knot. Okay, we're gonna make some pivots here and scout for this Grass Knot. If he switches out here, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Yeah, we're going to Fire Fang again. This is scary because I do want to stay out of range of the Cinderace, but... He goes hard Zero, hoping at Bolt Beak, I guess. And Corviknight literally every time is the best play. Yeah, never let him hit Toad because I want to keep it healthy for Cinderace. I guess this time I can just Scarf Shadow Bolt to kill him. And that should be my game. I don't think Trick Room Hatterene has a chance to win either, just because of my Togekiss's natural bulk. I do want to be careful though. So he's gonna leave it in. And then U-turn. Hatterene. I get a burn on it too. As he's hoping I choke into Corviknight. Basically what I'm trying to do right here is just keep my Gengar for that Cinderace. Because it does live Sucker Punch. I've ran this calc before. Pretty sure I'd live pretty easily. Yeah, I take Sucker Punch every time. And then I have Dracozolt or Togekiss for his Corviknight. So yeah, now that we've done that, the safest thing to do is go Togekiss here. And click Air Slash immediately. You see, now that's bad. Like, that's concerning. But we do get our KO. And he's going to click Pyro Ball, right? I sack off my Corviknight. I think it might come down to whether or not I can hit a Bolt Beak. I was really hoping we could avoid this situation. Okay, never mind. He just decided to Sucker Punch crit me, I guess. Like, that was his plan. And, you know what, Dracozolt, will give you your chance first. Do you want to do this for us? You do. Okay, so I'll be right back. So next up right here, we are playing Espeon Sticky Webs with double fire. This is very doable with Dracozolt and Gengar. And I think initially the best thing to do is lead off with Corviknight, as I expected Shuckle, but this also just gives me a U-turn. And it also allows me to get this in. And I think he would go back to Espeon, right? So let's knock off here. I don't know, like he could Toxic, he actually opts to pivot to Shuckle. I'm never going to try to get up hazards. I don't want to take a Toxic though, that's the thing. But I think clicking... No, if this gets put on a timer, I could lose to the fire types, which I really have to consider here. As he does just go right for those. So I'll click Defog immediately. What I really need is to find out how I can get in my Dracozolt. It's contrary. Yeah, okay, I'm not messing around with that anymore. Let's just body press it. Yeah, dude, if you think I'm gonna play around with giving you +6 evasion on a Shuckle, just get out of here. I'm not missing though, which is cool. I do like going something that allows me to beat Conkeldurr here. Okay, that's fine. I do have a Toad. And once again... Nah, dude, forget it. I'm just gonna Scald. As he goes to Shuckle. Let's just get rid of it, I guess. Like, I could get rid of this here if I wanted. I don't think it's worth it to do it in front of this, though. He might double into a fire type. He should do that here because he should know that if I defog, he's just going to lose the game. Kind of. Like, he could win with Conk still, but I don't think Conk has enough firepower to beat Togekiss and all that stuff. But I'm trying to keep Toad as healthy as possible while trying to get the most out of it right here. And we've managed to do that pretty well. So let's see what he does. Does he just Psychic? Yeah, I don't think that was his option, dude. Like, you just gave me a free defog. Which is really gonna hurt. Goes right for the Power Ball, and yeah, we'll click Knockoff again. I think he's going to either stay in or go Espeon, yeah. And now that the Espeon is dead, this should be a lot easier because I can actually get up rocks now, which I couldn't do before. Corviknight's useless now. And then I can get in Dracozolt here and test my luck, I guess. That's kind of how you play Dracozolt. You just see whether you get lucky or not. If I miss and he gets the attack, he wins. If I hit, which I do 80% of the time, I think I have this. Because Rotom is going to take 80+%. So we hit right to the left. He's potentially giving me damage on it, though. Which I'm happy about. I'm just trying to consider the scenario versus Cinderace later. Dracozolt still beats it, but once again I have to hit moves, which doesn't seem to go well. So he opts to hard pivot and Conk instead. You know, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna go Togekiss as he clicks Facade, yeah. I knew he could, but at the end of the day, I can still try this. And, you know, maybe hit this time. Facade was a good play, I have to admit, but I couldn't sack Toad against Banded Cinderace team, like, it would kind of be losing the game. So we do finally hit one. He's shown Nasty Plot Discharge. Do I actually think he's Will-O-Wisp? I can still beat Pex even if he does Wisp me, so let's go for Bolt Beak. That should be out of range of Cinderace's Power Ball. Yeah, Power Ball from Choice Band would do like 46 to 54. That's not enough. So he either goes for that here, or he U-turns out with it, or he goes for Mach Punch Chip instead. Like, I'm just gonna Bolt Beak and hope I hit, because I think if I do, I win anyway. Like, he should Drain Punch if he's hoping for the miss. Unless he does want a Mach Punch just in case it ends up mattering against Cinderace. But I think either way, if I kill Conk, this is mine. Because in order to beat Pex, all I have to do is trick it. So we do hit. Yeah, I think I win now. Because all I'm going to do is go hard Toad here. Actually, let's think. Yeah, I think hard Toad for once is fine. I just can't let it get toxic if he looks like U-turn, but he goes for Sucker. And yeah, now I can just Earth Power into Scald. Pick this thing off. And then if he goes Pex, I just don't sec off Toad and win the game. That's the key. So he's going to U-turn. I don't want to put it down to me hitting moves. So let's just get this in and click knock. Do plenty. Spam Facade here. You see that I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm just waiting for myself to die. Like, I don't even care if I crit him. Like, obviously the crit would mean the game, but what I'm really trying to do is just keep him low for Gengar. It looks like I might actually beat him 1v1 before we're done here. I don't want to hit a move. Okay, he just choked, I think. Yeah, he just threw by doing that. Dracozolt's at 21. Yeah. He can't win because he just decided to not click recover. Did he run out? No, he didn't run out. He could have actually forced me to hit a hustle boosted move if he just clicked recover again. Maybe. Because I wouldn't trick with Cinderace still alive, right? That would be pretty bad. Although I guess at that point my Gengar would live Sucker Punch. So he is going to try to switch it out, but his efforts are not going to get him anything here. Like, this game is over. It's been over. Did I still have my leftovers? Just run. Save us both the trouble. Is he really just gonna play this out? Like, one, you have to Toxic me, and then all I have to do is trick you with the Gengar, spam Shadow Ball, and win the game. Like, I don't know why he's still here. I guess I could just speed things up by going Gengar and tricking it now. Yeah, I don't think he's a knockoff anyway. So let's give him that, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, there's 2 more of those. Yeah, I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. We have pretty similar team compositions. We both have Togekiss, we both have the Toad, we both have physical electric types, and we both have the Guts Wall Breaker. Corviknight and Mandibuzz are basically the same Pokemon. Mandibuzz is just Dark Corviknight if you need the Ghost Resist. So yeah, this should be interesting. I definitely think Mach Punch does give him an upper hand, especially because he has Mandibuzz for Gengar, but if I can predict well with the Dracozolt, that'll definitely be my opening right here, alongside Obstagoon. Zera is such an issue though. So I think we're going to lead Dracozolt. I want to know more about this before I commit to just staying in. If he nasty plots here, that's bad. He doesn't. I think he thinks I'm Choice Scarf. But now he basically knows I'm not. If he clicks knockoff, so be it. I don't think I need my Corviknight's item. I think he's going to click rocks anyway, but he goes for the knock. That's all good. I think I got up Flame Orb here and just start to break with the Goon. Yeah, Facade is so strong. Let's go for it. And if he's like not max speed Timid Jirachi, I actually outspeed that, so that's really helpful. I do have a Scarfer that's faster than Togekiss too, so if that's the Scarf, that's good for me. I just have to be really careful around Conkeldurr here, like, that bomb's a threat. If it Facades into Togekiss, I could lose. So he does give me the hit, and then goes right for that. I don't think you risk Jirachi on knockoff. I'm just going to Facade again. You sack this and then go Zeraora. That's your best play. Zera is such a tough mon for me to deal with. Especially because... Okay, so he does sack that. He goes Zera here, right? I have to figure out what I'm going to do about this. He either goes Conk or Zera. I feel like he go Zera though, yeah. So let's think here. I can spam Bolt Beak now, which is really good. If I let Toad take this hit, what would be the drawbacks? I would probably lose to Zera outright if I just let Toad come in here. But I don't think he's going to Grass Knot this turn. He would click Close Combat, right? So let's go Toad. He didn't show Life Orb. So let's run a Calc. Can I live if he doesn't show Life Orb? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure even Leftovers with just 4 investment would knock me out. 71 to 84. I'm at 73. I think we're going to try to get up rocks. I don't know. Do you guys think I should double out on Grass Knot? I don't think it's worth trying to pivot around the Zera. Like, even if I do double out here, who am I doubling into that gives me an advantage? I'm not risking Gengar here. That's a horrible play. So yeah, he does have the Grass Knot. But because he's not Leftovers, I could go Dracozolt and guaranteed live any sort of play rough. Yeah, we'll go to you. And I think the best thing to do is just throw off a Fire Fang. It should do plenty to anything. Even Togekiss. I don't know, like I could also click Dragon Claw, predicting like Mandibuzz. I guess if I'm calling a switch, I just click Bolt Beak. I don't know, I don't think I'm that real here. If he stayed up to get damage and I didn't kill the Zera, like I would win if he sacked Zera here, I think. Okay, yeah, good. So please, just hit. I don't kill, unfortunately. Do I die to CC, though? I don't think I do. So that was an interesting exchange. I'm not going to heal your Zera, though. That would be game losing. Like, I need it in range of Shadow Ball. So, we do miss a Dragon Claw. It's a bit annoying because Gengar would have loved that, but it is what it is, I guess. Like, can't have everything. Let's bring this out now. Go right for Dazzle. If he goes Jirachi, I think I pivot... Does there show an item, by the way? It never did. It might be Magnet or maybe Expert Belt. So he is no player off, which was interesting. I think... If I Bolt Beaked right there, I could have swept with Shadow Ball. Which is why I was confused why he risked that. But I don't think I could Bolt Beak right there. Yeah, but like, would he really let me spam Shadow Ball? That was such an odd decision. I guess he does still have a few Pokemon out of range, like Togekiss and Conkeldurr can both take Shadow Ball. So let's see. He gives me a hit on that. So I don't know if that dies to 2 Shadow Balls. But it's my opening, right? Shadow Balls... If I'm going to win this game, it's going to be with Shadow Ball from Gengar. So I do 2-hit KO him from that range. He opts to go to this. I would have just gone Zera. Why would you double this in now? I'm very confused about that maneuver. Anyway. This is literally my only hope here. Let's go right for Shadow Ball. I hope he goes hard Mandibuzz, but he should sack this or sack. I guess Togekiss isn't even a sack in this situation, because it should live 2 of them. I think he has it no matter what. Man, I should have just Bolt Beaked that other turn. Like, I don't think him sacking this is going to help me a ton here, because he has Mach Punch for the Goon. I guess if he's a very bulky Jirachi that my Togekiss somehow outspeeds, I could win. But that just seems really unlikely. So I can get this in on a Roost and try to do some work. Like, I get to click Facade here. I don't think you go hard Jirachi when if I knocked off, I would actually kind of win with Togekiss. Like, I hope he recognizes that. I don't know. He goes Conk, so that's going to take a lot. I'm gonna get you in now, and I guess we're gonna hope he's that bulky Jirachi set I was talking about. He has no reason to keep this, but he goes hard Jirachi anyway. I think it's Choice Scarf. Yeah, it's Choice Scarf. Dang it. I don't think going hard Gengar was gonna win me the game anyway. Let's just not delay the inevitable. I can't beat his Mandibuzz, so I'm gonna get one more game, and I'll be right back. So I have another game right now. I really want to go positive, and I think we're 3-2 right now, so ideally we can win and wrap it up at 4-2. Yeah, I'm leading off with the Dracozolt for sure. It's amazing. And we're gonna go right for Earthquake. It covers Gastro, it covers Clef. Yeah, did you see how much damage I just did? Toad covers both Corviknight and the Recover to some extent, because I can throw off Knock here, and that's really good for me. So he's going to try to get up rocks in front of this thing. I'll do the same, because I think I'm going to go for an endgame with Togekiss, and I want to chip Salazzle. He could Iron Defense here, but he goes right for a Body Press, as I crit Spit F drop him. It's kind of a yikes. I don't know if he's just going to attack again or what the case is. And then I burn him this time. Okay, he's getting really unlucky. I have to admit that, like, his luck isn't there right now. So he goes to Clef. I will definitely take a knockoff into Clef. I'm just playing my Togekiss safe, that's the main thing. Yeah, I think he just loses to Togekiss. Clicking Nasty Plot, and then like a ton of moves. Like, there isn't really anything he can do. Which is actually funny. Like, I don't know why I find that so funny, but... yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Earth Power will break this. Okay, now it won't. I'll just use this to break it, I guess. Like, I'm just trying to commit to Togekiss at this point, right? So I go to you here. Sacks off Komo-o. And yeah, I'm just gonna... whatever I Nasty Plot, which I can do in front of... a few things. I wonder what he does here. Like, does he go back to Primarina and sub again? Or does he go Salazzle? Like... okay, so this is Boots, which is good info. It's Boots Nasty Plot. That's actually concerning. Toad, do you die? I think I might need Toad to live this. Unless a Gengar can take it on. I feel like Toad lives though. Like, I'm max HP. I know its Spit F isn't the best. So if he's Fire Blast at +2, I would die. But I don't think he would run Fire Blast. I think it would be Flamethrower. So let's go right for the Earth Power. If he gives me this right here, like if I live and knock him out, Togekiss has the game. Okay, I don't know what that play was. Like, hello. He was very committing there. Anyway, yeah, I just went with Togekiss, I think. Like, I don't see a way for him to get around it. Yeah, we'll break this sub using Gengar. Go Dracozolt again. I hate to use them on, but we're going to do it. Kill the Gastro and wrap it up using Togekiss, which was the entire plan. I don't know, I don't feel like I played particularly well this last game, but he just played horribly. Okay, so he's gonna get to recover the Clef, maybe, actually, I don't even know if he will. I'll do this and then force him to either sack or do the thing. He just sacks it off. And I could even just win with the Dracozolt right now if I hit a couple of moves, but we do hit that, and then Corviknight won't win. So that's going to be the game. I did hope you all enjoyed. You can find the team down below in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.